Hello, Costa students. This is Father Rose. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. I hope things are going well for you and your families. I miss seeing you at school, so I thought that today I would read to you a storybook. Today I wanted to read The Berenstain Bears and the Golden Rule. Settle in and we'll read together. When Sister received a beautiful golden locket for her birthday, she was surprised and pleased. It was a heart-shaped locket, and it had her name on it. "Happy birthday, dear," said Mama and Papa, giving her a big hug. Sister tried the locket on and looked at herself in the mirror. "I love it. I'm going to wear it all the time." "It opens up," said Papa. "Look." He showed her a little golden clasp that was used to pop open the locket. "Neat," said Sister. She looked inside, expecting to find a little picture or a mirror or something, but all that she could see inside the locket were a few simple words. "Do to others what you would have them do for you." Sister was puzzled. The words seemed familiar, but she wasn't sure why. "What's this?" she asked. "It's the Golden Rule," said Mama. "What's that?" Sister wondered. Mama's eyes widened. "The Golden Rule is one of the most important rules there is," she exclaimed. "That's why we have always had it hanging up on the wall of our living room." She pointed to the framed sampler above their mantelpiece. Sister gazed at it in amazement. She had seen that sampler every day of her life. No wonder the words seemed familiar. "Oh," she said, a little embarrassed. "I never really thought about what it said before. What does it mean?" "The Golden Rule," Papa exclaimed, "tells you to treat others the way that you want yourself to be treated." "Why is it inside my locket?" she wondered. "It's a golden rule inside of a golden locket for a golden princess," said Papa, giving her a big kiss. "It's called the Golden Rule," Mama explained patiently, "because it's precious, just like gold. It's not about the gold you wear around your neck or on your finger," she said, holding out her wedding ring. "It's about the golden treasure we keep inside our own hearts. The heart shaped of a locket is meant to remind you of that." Sister thought it over. She didn't really get it, but that was okay. She loved the locket anyway. The next day before school, Sister showed off her new treasure to her friends Lizzie, Millie, Anna, and Linda. They oohed and awed over it in a very satisfying way. "What's all the fuss about?" asked a voice. It was Queenie McBrayer and her gang. Queenie was older than Sister and a little snooty. When Queenie first came to the neighborhood, she and Sister did not get along at all. Queenie made fun of her and got Sister's friends to join in. That was Sister's first experience with an in-crowd, a crowd that makes itself feel big by making others feel small. "Oh, hi, Queenie," said Sister. "I was just showing the kids my new locket." Over the years, Sister had learned to get along with Queenie, but they never really were the best of friends. "Let's see," said Queenie. She looked the locket over. She was not impressed. She herself wore big hoop earrings and lots of beads and chains. "Cute," that was all she said as she walked away with her friends. Queenie still had her own in-crowd. They were a group of older girls who liked hanging out together and acting cool. Mostly they spent their time painting their nails and giggling about boys. This was okay with Sister. She had her own group of friends to hang out with, but it never occurred to her that this might be any kind of problem until the new girl came to school. Her name was Susie McGrizzy, and it seemed like a funny sort of name. For one thing, it had a lot of Z's in it. And the new girl herself seemed a little funny too. Her clothes weren't exactly cool. She wore her hair up in pigtails, which was definitely not the standard Bear Country school style. Besides, she had thick glasses and braces, not the kind with lots of different colors like Millie wore, just plain old braces. On her first day of school, of course, the new girl didn't know anyone at all. At recess, Sister noticed her standing off in a corner by herself in the playground. She sort of looked sad and lonely. Sister was thinking about going over and introducing her when Lizzie and Anna came up. "Hiya, Sister," said Lizzie. "We're going to get together a game of hopscotch. Millie and Linda are over there. Come on." Sister began to follow them, but she paused and glanced back to where the new girl was standing there all by herself. The new girl looked lonelier than ever. "Wait a minute," said Sister. "What about the new girl? What's her name? The one over there? Maybe we should invite her to join in. She looks pretty lost and lonely." The other girls were surprised. "Susie Woozy-Face?" said Lizzie doubtfully. "She has weird clothes," said Anna. "And those corny pigtails," said Lizzie. "Not to mention those clunky glasses and braces," added Anna. "Well," said Sister, discouraged, "I just thought—" "Oh, don't worry about old Susie McWoozy," said Lizzie, taking Sister's arm. "She will be fine. She will find some other cubs to play with. Cubs more her own type. Come on." Sister allowed herself to be led away to the hopscotch game. She felt a little worried about Susie McWoozy, though she couldn't exactly say why. But she soon forgot about it all while playing hopscotch with her friends. Later, when school let out, Sister got in line for the school bus. She noticed the new girl was standing right in front of her. She was going to say hi, but then Lizzie came up behind her, and they started to talk. They went on talking as they got on the bus. Susie McGrizzy sat right behind them. Sister and Lizzie went right on talking together. Sister played with her new locket as she talked, twirling it around and around in the air. When the bus came to a stop, Sister gathered her things to get off. But she felt a soft tug on her arm. It was Susie McGrizzy. She was holding something out to Sister. "Here," she said shyly. "You dropped this." It was Sister's locket. "Gee," said Sister. "Thanks." It was all she could think of to say. Sister climbed off the bus and watched as it pulled away. She said she could see Susie looking back at her from the window. Sister hung her locket back around her neck. What if Susie hadn't noticed her drop it? It might have been gone for good. Mama was waiting for Sister as she climbed the front steps. "How was school today, dear?" "Oh, okay, I guess," sighed Sister, dumping her school bag on the armchair of the living room. She glanced up at the framed sampler of the golden rule over the mantel. Somehow the golden locket hanging around her neck felt heavier than before. That evening at dinner, Sister was usually thoughtful. She picked at her lima beans and stared off into space. "A penny for your thoughts," said Papa, as he fed Honey Bear. "Huh?" said Sister, looking up. "Oh, I was just thinking about that golden rule inside my locket," she explained. "I don't really get it. What's it supposed to mean?" "Well," began Mama, "let me give you an example. Do you remember that trouble you had when Queenie first moved to town?" Sister perked up and paid attention. She remembered it all too well. "Do you remember how Queenie started an in crowd, but kept you out and made fun of your clothes and hair and bow?" Mama asked. "Do you remember how badly you felt?" Boy, did she ever! Sister started feeling hurt just thinking about it. Her lower lip began to quiver, and a tear came to her eye. "All the golden rule is saying," Papa continued, "is that you shouldn't turn around and do the same sort of thing to someone else." He paused to scrape some mashed potatoes off Honey's chin. "You should always treat other people the way that you would want to be treated yourself." "But I would never do anything like that," said Sister. "Besides, I don't have an in crowd." "Oh, no?" said Brother, who had been taking all this in. "What about Lizzie and Anna and Millie and Linda? You play with them all the time, but I never see you ask anyone else to join in." "That's different," protested Sister, angrily. "I'm just out playing with my friends. We're not trying to keep anybody out." "Of course not, dear," soothed Mama. "I'm sure you and your friends would never dream of keeping other cubs out of your group." Sister Bear grew very quiet. Now that she thought it over, she wasn't quite so sure. Not so sure at all. The next day, at recess, as soon as Sister came outside, she looked around the playground for Susie McGrizzy. She soon spotted her sitting off by herself under the big oak tree at the edge of the schoolyard and reading a book. Susie marched right up to her. "Hello, Susie," she said brightly. Susie looked in surprise. "Hello," she said shyly. "I'm Sister Bear, and my friends and I are going to play some hopscotch," Sister told her. "Would you like to join us?" Susie's face lit up. "I'd love to," she said, with a big, bracy grin on her face. "I love hopscotch." Terrific, said Susie. Terrific, said Sister. Do you want to see my locket? Sure, said Susie. Okay, Sister, said Sister. Come on, I'll show it to you. Over there. Sister took off, and Susie chased her, laughing across the playground to the hopscotch square, where Lizzie, Millie, Anna, and Linda were waiting. Sister's golden locket gleamed in the sun as she ran. The end. Thanks for joining me for reading The Berenstain Bears and the Golden Rule. I hope you're all well, and I hope we're back in school soon so that we can see everyone again. But in the meantime, here's some good discussion questions to have with you and your family this evening. I hope to see you soon. God bless you.